Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the very first lesson of the Get More Organized with ADHD group coaching. My name is Jasmine, and I will be one of your experts today as we will be giving you practical tips, hacks, and strategies so that your kiddo can move from being an unorganized mess to an organized success and thrive in the classroom. So, this first week, we are going to set the foundation and start with a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? How do you build it? What are affirmations and how it directly impacts ADHD? Because remember, ADHD is not our limiter, it is our superpower. So, let's go over the agenda, what we're going to cover, quick little intro, and we're going to dive right in. This is our agenda for our lesson. We're going to start with a little bit of an icebreaker, a little bit of a never have I ever ADHD edition. Then we're going to move into our main lesson, talking about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, going into what are affirmations. Then finally, we are going to just give a quick review, give you a weekly goal, as well as a little freebie that'll help you along that journey. I'm very excited to be partnering with Miss Mary Anna as we both are coming together as persons with ADHD, coming together to show you that it does not have to disrupt your life. We are business women managing the superpower, and now we want to impart these skills and strategies to your kiddos. Once again, I am Jasmine, and I am your fave artsy math tutor. I've been tutoring for 8+ years in math, specifically around middle school, so sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, as well as studying instructional design. And you're probably like, what is that? Instructional design is how we learn, why do we learn, what are the different processes that we can use. And so, as I've been studying that, that's been typically used in corporate spaces, bring that over to education, pairing that with the teen and tween brain. How does it develop? How can we make it more fun and engaging? And especially as someone who was diagnosed with ADHD later in her life, to figure out, like, oh, yeah, growing up in school, now it's starting to click. Now it's starting to make sense. And I just wonder, had I had different resources available, different teachers that knew how to work with ADHD instead of just punishing it. So let's go in to our next section. So for this quick little icebreaker, we're going to play Never Have I Ever. So we're going to take both hands, and if a statement is true, you're going to put a finger down. And then at the end, after we go through all our statements, we're going to see who has the most or who has the least. So let's go ahead and get started. Never have I ever forgot to do my homework. Definitely got to put a thumb down for that. Never have I ever left my backpack at home. Definitely got to put a finger down for that. Never have I ever waited to the last minute to do something. Yep, I don't think I'm gonna have any fingers left up. Never have I ever became angry after I was told to do something while I was currently do that thing. I'll just put it on my hand. Yes. Let's move on to our next slide. We got a few more. All right. Never have I ever had or have a messy or unorganized face. This is a safe space. Yes. A lot of doom piles, a lot of things going around, but I know where they're all, and that's what's most important. Never have I ever had trouble sleeping at night. Yep. Never have I ever had, like, it was hard to start a task, like just getting started. Mhm. Never have I ever forgot to go get something to eat or remind myself to go use the restroom. And never have I ever lost or misplaced important papers. I'm just going to clasp my hands. So, as we went through, it is to show you that you are not alone if you have experienced one of these things or all of these things. These are common challenges that do come up with ADHD, but these are things to work with it and not against it. So, as we continue to go through, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. Alrighty, we're jumping right in. So if you want to grab a pencil, paper, go ahead and take notes. We also have some note templates that go along with this so that if you do not have those, you can follow those as well. So, what is a growth mindset? This is defined as the perspective that abilities, intelligence, and skill can improve through effort, learning, and perseverance. Dr. Carroll is a very kind of like thought leader in this space of psychology. So, this definition is coming from that way, thinking of a plant. You give it the right water, you give it the right nutrients, you give enough sun, and then that plant is just going to bloom and grow. So the growth mindset is how I interpret it from this is put it in the right environment, feed it the right things, and you can improve. You're not stuck in an old way of doing things. You're not stuck with those things. Now, the opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. So, this is the belief that abilities, intelligence, and skills do not improve through effort, learning, and perseverance. So, it's like, I've already done learned it. I am stuck in my ways. I'm not getting any better. You know what a fixed mindset sounds like? I can't do this. I'm a failure. I'm never going to learn this math. I'm never going to write that paper. Starting to feel familiar? So those words that we may not be realize coming out, that's a fixed mindset. So now we're going to transition into a special little word. This simple word can just pivot and change your perspective and be able to take a mistake and turn it into magic. Now, a growth mindset helps ADHD by changing your perspective through a small yet powerful word that reframes those mistakes into stepping stones towards success. And that little word is yet, Y-E-T, yet. One thing with ADHD, in my personal experience, is definitely the rejection sensitivity. Like, I really don't want to fail, but if I do, I don't want to be in front of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to feel embarrassed. So I know for me, when I had a lot of negative self-talk or when those that anxiety just wants to come through and like try to say something and she all wrong, it really it can really kind of cloud your judgment. It can really just get you off your path. Being able to just add that little word at the end changes it around. So it's like, I don't know this. I'm never going to get this. I don't know this yet. There's hope. It's refrain. It's the growth. We put some time and nurturing into it. It's going to bloom and blossom. I'm never going to get these fractions yet. I'm never going to be organized yet. I don't know how to do my math homework yet. I don't know how to keep up with my homework yet. 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 Now, as we are doing this growth mindset, okay, we understand a growth mindset, growing like a plant. A fixed mindset is there. It's like a rock not moving, all that. This goes into neuroplasticity. So let's break down that word. So neuro is dealing with the mind and the brain. And plasticity, in my context, how I am personally doing it, is something that's fluid, something that's changing that can do it. So with this, neuroplasticity is the lifelong capacity of the brain to change and rewire itself in response to stimulation of learning and experience. So, AKA, the brain is going to adapt based on the new information it receives. So, like in math class, I see a problem 2 plus 2. I understand 2 plus 2 is 4. Now I'm presented with a problem 2 plus 4. Okay. Now I have something new. I can rewire and change it. I can go off of my previous information. 2 plus 2 equals 4. I know how to count by twos, so I can go up 2 more, 5, 6. Okay. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So now the brain is changing, it's rewiring itself based off the new information that came in. And in this case, it is referring to your inner talk, How are you speaking to yourself when you are doing your chores, when you are doing your homework, when you are doing your extracurriculars? It could be dance team, it could be band, it could be music, art. What are you telling yourself? So with ADHD, because we are already on the go, or at least in my experience, we're already on the go. Our mind is going a mile a minute. And so with that, mile a minute, that voice is just do, 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 do. And it could either be for your benefit or it can be to bring you down. So neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire and change and adapt. So now we're going to go into and actually watch a video that goes a little bit deeper into it. Don't worry, it's just a quick little 2 minutes to just break down more of the importance of neuroplasticity. Now, in our lesson, we're going to go ahead, take 2 minutes, click on the link that is provided, and go ahead and watch this video. Okay, it's going more into detail about how neuroplasticity works in our brain. Welcome back. Wasn't that video like super nice? Yes, the one about neuroplasticity in our brain. Yes. So, because our brain can rewire and change and adapt itself, now we're going to dive into affirmations, which are my favorite. So, affirmations are positive phrases that a person repeats to themselves to describe how they want to be. Okay. Basically, if you speak it, it's going to happen. How I like break that down. Some very popular ways of how you can create affirmations. You can use like I can do XYZ. You could also use I am XYZ. You can also use I have XYZ. So, using those examples for some affirmations. I can organize my belongings. I am an organized person. I have a system that works for me to organize all my things. Do you see how all of those are positive phrases I am saying to myself to create the world and reality that I want to do? By continually to go through affirmations, saying it to your brain until it becomes second nature, you just ooze all the goodness of that. So now let's create our own. Now we are going to create our own. On the paper that is provided either in the link where you're at, you want to think of 3 to 5 things that you want to improve on your life. And then we're going to write the opposite. And that opposite is going to be our affirmation. So we have a couple examples that are here. One example is I can't remember to do my homework. An affirmation, a positive statement could be I can remember to do my homework. Catching the rhythm, catching the vibe. Let's do another one. I can't do fractions. An affirmation for that would be I can't do fractions yet. So there's that yet. There's our little power word coming in. So these are some ways and examples of how you can find the opposite and then write an affirmation to affirm yourself. So think about, is there something in school you'll want to change? Like, do you want to become more organized? Do you want to get better at math? Do you want to get better at like English or science? Do you want to go out for your sports team, right? Your extracurriculars, whether it's dance, music, band, so think about what are some things that you were telling yourself is like, oh, I can't do this, or I won't do this, or I don't believe, something that's like, and then write the opposite of that. Alrighty, you have been so amazing through this. We're going to quickly review. Number one, we know that a growth mindset is we believing that we can get better with time and practice. A fixed mindset is the opposite. It's a belief that we do not get better with time and practice. Affirmations are positive statements that we say to ourselves. And neuroplasticity is our brain's ability to rewire itself as we learn new things. So, within all these things that we have together for our growth mindset, and affirmations. Now we're going to put it in action, like actual action. We got a little warm up, a little taste with creating your own affirmations earlier. Now we're going to put into practice of actually speaking them out. All right, this week's weekly action item, you're going to say one affirmation to yourself at least 3 times a day for 4 days out of this upcoming week. So, an example of what it might look like, okay? You could probably say it's Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? Our goal, a nice little stepping stone, if we're not used to speaking positively to ourselves and getting into the habit, one affirmation to yourself 3 times a day, at least 4 days a week. And you will have a little tracker that will be with you so that you can keep track. Yes, I did this for this day. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this is just the starting point. If you want to do a different affirmation every day of the week, go for it. You want to do it more than 3 times, that's just the minimum. Saying, like, I am organized. I am organized. I am organized. Boom. Check off for the day. So this is just a stepping stone, a starting point, right? If you don't do anything else to complete this action task, this is what you can do. And you'll just fill that out on your tracker. And now we're going to get into your freebie. Awesome. So now that you have your goal, you're going to need something to help you accomplish that goal. So as we are going through our program, you'll be gathering tools, tips, and strategies that will come together into a wonderful productivity toolkit that'll be just yours so that you can continue to be the successful, organized person you are after the program has ended. So you're going to get a set of affirmation mini cards, and you're like, what are these? These are already some affirmations. So if you're like, I don't know where to start, I got too much stuff going on, we already have a set, about 30 affirmations that you can say. You can print these out, post them on your wall, post them on your mirror, put them in your notebook, put them in places that you regularly go past, that you regularly see that's in your eye line. And then just say them 3 times a day. Some of them are I am affirmations. I am organized. I am kind. I am confident. We have some I can affirmations. I can do hard things. I can organize my thought, so on and so forth. So you have a little bit of something to help get you started, add some variety into it, and see how you feel afterward. So this week, say your one affirmation at least 3 times a day for at least 4 days this week. And you can even choose some of these affirmations that are on these mini cards to go as well. It has been amazing to be with you all today. If you have any questions, feel free to post them here or reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to answer them to the best of our abilities to make sure you are getting the clarity that you need. Thank you so much for joining me today for our lesson into growth mindset and affirmations for your ADHD. You can reach out to me on the socials at hey Jasmine K, as well as email me at hello at heyjasminek.com. You can also reach our other instructor, Miss Mary Anna. Her Instagram is Miss Mary Anna Tutors, and that's Miss with a Z. And her email is maryannab920@gmail.com. So if you have any questions about any materials as we are going forward, please reach out and let us know, and we will be more than happy to answer that. Thanks for joining us. We are so excited to help you get more organized with your ADHD, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.